Ash, Simba, Hydrox, and Boo, the LuckyFerals. Good morning, Boo. Boo slept on the bed most of the night. He's on free roam right now. Hello, little Boo. Hello, little Boo. I have a new security camera in this room, and it caught Boo scratching the furniture. Good morning. Good morning, Stella. How are you? How are you, Stella? Come on up. I just gave Simba some wheatgrass. And Stella. I put their food in the hall near Boo's door. Boo has his food inside the door. They have their food in the hall. But they don't want to eat their food. They don't want to leave the kitchen. They'd rather eat their wheatgrass. Come on, guys. Let's go eat with Boo. Come on. I just put the wheatgrass near the plate of food. Eat your wheatgrass. So that was good. He looked at Boo. He pretty much ignored him. Hello. His tail's up. He's walking away. There's Boo's food by the door. He doesn't want to eat. He'd rather look out the window. Here's the plate of food. I moved it down the hall. Nobody wants to eat it. I moved the plate of food into the kitchen. And I said, who's hungry? Who's eating? And both Stella and Simba ran into the kitchen, but neither of them will eat their food. Put the food downstairs, and Stella digs in. Hello. Stella, you like my shiny shoes? Stella, do you like my shiny shoes? You like them? Aren't they cute? Nope, she don't like them. I just came outside to feed Hydrox, and there he is laying by the house. Now I have to tell you, I looked outside the front window this morning, and Hydrox was lounging in the road, cleaning himself. And then when I went to get the camera, by the time I got back to the window, he had crossed the street and he was walking down the sidewalk. So I opened the window and I was yelling, Hydrox, Hydrox, but he was already several houses down and I guess he didn't hear me. But look, he came back and he's in a nice, warm, comfy spot near the patio. Boo's in the window. He's relaxing. Right now the thermometer says it's about 38 degrees out. I just gave Hydrox his food and some fresh water. He is getting half a can of this Perfect Bistro Thanksgiving Day dinner. He still has dry food in the feeder. Hello, Hydrox. How are you? I often get comments from people saying that I need to spend more time outside with Hydrox and I need to interact with him more. Now, the issue that I have with that is that if I try to get much closer than where I'm standing right now, if I try to interact with him, he will turn and leave. Like, he'll walk away. So I don't want to scare him because I know that this is a safe place for him to be. Anywhere in my yard is a safe place for him to be. So I'm not going to freak him out by forcing interaction on him. I'd rather just let him do his thing. And then when he's comfortable interacting with me, he knows I'm here. Like, he knows I'm here. I'm giving him food. He could easily have gotten up and like walked over toward me, started meowing. He knows where the back door is. All the other cats knew where the back door is. They all waited by the back door. So Hydrox is not a stupid cat. He's obviously very smart because he's been able to survive outside for many years on his own. And I am not going to do anything that's going to make him uncomfortable or want to leave and go somewhere potentially unsafe. So that's why I am not spending more time outside with Hydrox, and that's why I'm not forcing interaction on him right now. Maybe in the springtime it'll be different. Don't forget with Boo, The other cats started coming inside in November and December, and Boo never wanted anything to do with that. And then in January, when they got fixed, they came inside for good, and I would only ever see Boo occasionally after that. And it wasn't until the weather got warmer that I would start seeing him more often, and it wasn't until he had that horrible scrape up, which we later learned was a TNR, that he started coming here every single day for every single meal. So, you know, everything happens in its own time. Right, Hydrox? Hydrox likes it that I'm standing here and talking. Doesn't he look happy right now? He looks very happy. He's laying in the sun. He's in a warm spot, even though the temperature is cool. He's very warm there. Don't forget, cats have fur coats. And he has fresh food and fresh water. So he's living a luxury life for a feral cat. Now, one other thing that I want to mention is that when I went to replace the water, I noticed that the bowl was still warm, which is a good thing, which means that this kitty cafe is still plugged in. And if the kitty cafe is still plugged in, it means the heating mat in the house is still plugged in. And I pretty much keep checking on that, like every time I come out here to refill the food, just make sure it's still warm, because last year when I had the Christmas lights hooked up in the front yard, they were all on the same outlet. And sometimes when it rained or if the snow was melting, it would trip the circuit, because I have the ground fault interruption circuits, or the ground fault circuit interrupters. I always mix those two up. But anyway, if there's any issues with the electricity coming out of those outlets, they shut off. And then I have to manually go and reset them. And if the problem still exists, they keep shutting themselves off. So as I was telling you guys about the outlets, Hydrox walked over to the patio. I guess he didn't want to hear me talking. And then I saw him leaving, so I said, "Come on, Hydrox, come back and eat your food." And I went inside. The minute I went inside, he went over to the food. "10:30 a.m. Simba's hanging out on the cat tower in the front window. Hello, Simba. How are you? How you doing, Simba? Be a good boy, I'll be back later. "11:17 a.m. Hydrox is eating his food. He ate a little of it when I put it out, and then he walked away and he left most of it. And then he came back and he ate more, and then he walked away, and then he just came back again to eat more. I mean, that's such a typical cat. Now he's going to the dry food. It's hard to see because the table's there, and I don't know if you could see his paws, but he was going from the wet food to the dry food. You see him now? And I know it's hard because I'm shooting through a window and there's reflections and there's a screen and all kinds of stuff. So there we have it. We have a longer circuit, and I put the scratch and roll on top because they like tunnels. And there's the bug. It's pushing the bowl around. I don't know if these batteries don't have as much power as the last battery, or I don't know if I didn't put the circuits together as well. But both of the cats are interested. I'm sitting here trying to edit a video, but they're having so much fun with this thing. Stella hears Boo in his room. Simba got the bug out. Simba's just like his daddy. Just like his daddy Boo, he's a good hunter. Simba is laying on top of the cat tower in the front window. Look how amazing the trees look today. They're all yellow and gold and orange. It is 4:13 p.m. and I was just going to start putting some food out for a Hydrox. And there he is. Look, he's sleeping at the patio table. I don't know why he likes sleeping there. I mean, it's cold. Well, right now it's a little bit warmer. Right now, maybe it says it's like 44 degrees out. So it's not as cold as last night, but it's still cold. So I'm going to put some food and stuff together for him and take that out before it gets dark. Look at that. All of Hydrox's food is gone. He licked that bowl clean. And there's a leaf in the water. How does that happen when it's under a table? It should not be doing that. How are you? Are you gonna eat your food? I just gave you turkey and duck and chicken. It's Thanksgiving dinner. You're getting more Thanksgiving dinner. It's like a turducken. You don't know what that is and you don't really care about that. But it's good food for you, Hydrox. You could go in one of their houses. You have all kinds of shelters to go in. You don't have to hang out on the chair. You know that. Go in your shelters, Hydrox. It's nice and warm, okay? Look at Stella today. She's getting all comfy on the chair, on that nice quilted mat. The super soft quilt. Stella, you all comfy today on the chair? I've never seen her lay here before. How you doing, Stella? You a good girl? It's about time to eat. Would you like some dinner? Here's Simba sleeping on the tower. Look, guys, I just went to check on Boo and he's laying in the cat tower. He just jumped off when he saw the camera come on. That's the first time I've seen him lay in the cat tower. I guess none of the cats are hungry right now because they're all just hanging out. So, I'm not going to feed them yet. Hello, Splash. Are you hungry? Splash, would you like to eat some food? Would you like dinner? How you doing, Splash? It is 6:36 p.m. It's time for them to eat their dinner. Right? That's why you're blinking at me. Want some food? Hey, Splash. Are you hungry? Stella's hanging out in the kitchen. She hangs out here when she wants to eat. Simba just came to join her. Okay, I just fed the cats downstairs and I want to document another first. This is a first for Splash. here's Splash right now. I was just petting him, and I was petting him on his head, and he was really enjoying it. And then I was experimenting with what would happen if I just put my hand on him and I didn't move the hand. Like, if I just put my hand on him and I let him move. So that's what I did. I put my hand on his head and then he just moved, so then my hand moved down his back. Then I tried it again, put my hand on his back, and he stood there for like a few seconds, and then he moved, and then the hand moved. And then I put out my hand and I was like, come on, Splash. And I wanted him to put his head under my hand. But instead of doing that, he came over and he rubbed up against my fingers. And you know how sometimes they rub up against you with their teeth? I don't know if your cats do that, but sometimes these cats do that. I know Stella will do that, where I'll put my fingers out or my hand out, and instead of just rubbing with their cheeks, they rub with their teeth. And Splash did that. That was the first time he ever did that. And as he did that, he made a purring noise. So I was like, wow, that's pretty good for Splash. Look at this. This is crazy. So I put the food down, and then I went into the bathroom and I scooped out 2 of the litter boxes, because there's only 2 litter boxes down here. And in the time it took me to scoop out 2 litter boxes, they completely devoured all of their food, all of it. Right now, Stella and Splash are still down here. I don't know where Simba is, but I do want to let Boo out, so I need to find Simba. I just came downstairs to check on the cats, and Splash and Stella are very, very comfortable laying on the ottoman together. Very, very comfortable. I'm sitting here working on my computer and Boo's hanging out on the sofa. Hey, Boo! I just put Boo in his room because I was playing with him on the rug. And then I took out the nail clipping shears, like the little nail clipping scissors. And I thought that I would just, put them near Boo. I wasn't going to clip his nails with them, but I just thought, okay, let him smell the scissors. And I'll put them, on the rug near his paws. Well, he didn't like that at all. He does this thing where he gets really vicious and he grabs you with both of his front paws and he sinks his claws into you. Here on the side of my hand he did that, and then over here near the wrist he did that too, which is not good because he really digs in. He gets just, it's like if he was outside in a fight with another cat. Like, he doesn't moderate that at all. He just kind of goes for it. And when he does that, then I have to get loud and be like, no, Boo, stop. And then he stops right away. So at least he backs off right away. And then I put him in his room because, he needs to learn that not only can he not attack me like that, but he can't attack the other cats like that. That's not going to be a good thing.